I know I have to talk to people to get well, but the addiction and the depression, it takes over.
No hair check or anything, that's it, straight on.
Just me on this side, yeah?
It's a bit of a macho sort of industry. Going out and getting involved, you want to be one of the lads.
You know, it's very alpha male, isn't it, in construction? And if you don't align in with having a few rollies or drinking 10 pints a night, it's sort of frowned upon.
With lads with being a man's environment, it's just like, you talk about what's happening, but you just brush it off.
I think stress levels can be really high, and if something's going wrong, if a job's going wrong, like my stress levels are high.
One of the main factors was working away, being away from home, tough being away from the wife, the kids.
Because obviously it's a manly thing and the guys don't want to talk about their issues, but I find with me, they open up because they know I've been there, which obviously helps. In 2009, I looked at loads of different ways, cut my throat, everything else you can think of to try to end my life.
They say a problem shared is a problem halved, and I fully believe that.
If you've got a small issue, and then you overthink that, and then you overthink about the external influences that are going on in the world at the moment, that can then massively have a burden on people.
I feel down, I feel depressed. How can I get out of this? I know what I do, I have a drink and I'll gamble myself out of it. I wouldn't feel depressed, but as soon as I lost all my money or I couldn't drink anymore, the next day and the next day, my self-worth, my self-respect, my dignity, everything went out the window, and it made me feel even worse.
There's been a time in my life where I struggled with mental health just because I go through stuff on my own.
It's 99% men in the construction industry, and it's a thing with men that just don't talk as much as women.
A lot of people will not just come up to you and say, I'm struggling, mate. Do you know what I mean? It starts with the question.
Obviously the social media, because obviously some people sort of like try to live up to other people's expectations and trying to go beyond their means. That sort of thing doesn't help. And obviously bad relationships, financial problems. There's so much obviously that affects people's issues sort of thing.
Depression, it catches up on you silently, quietly, and before you know it, sometimes it's too late. And I think it's just trying to get the tools to make sure you talk to people and reach out. It's so important.
I shouldn't just think it's just me in the world going through these things, because it's not just me. I'm not the only person on the earth. There's loads of us. We just have to talk about it and find someone who we are confident with and you can be open with.
And it might just take someone to go, but look at the bigger picture, look at what you've got, don't look at what you haven't got. And that might save someone's life.
And they don't realise they've got a problem until they actually start opening up, and then they realise, oh, I didn't realise I was that bad with it.
Whoever lives in the day and whoever lives in the moment and whoever lives in the here and now is the richest person in the world. And for me, I mean, it's priceless.
Speaking to my brothers and sisters, speaking to my friends, it did help. It's made me feel better in the long run. Not straight away, because your emotions, which are deep rooted, you can't just fix like that.
And my message would be, you know, you're an ill person who needs to get well, and your medicine is to talk to people. And that's the only way we can get better, is by talking to people.
I reached out.
I spoke.
And I listened.
You're never alone.
It's okay to not be okay.